If you have a lot of zucchini on your hands right now, or you're about to, don't make zucchini bread again. Instead, make this zucchini onion pie. This savory summer casserole is chock full of nutritious zucchini, onions, and cheese. And when I posted it on Instagram last year, I couldn't believe how many people actually responded and said how good it was. Whether you serve it as a side dish or on its own with a little side salad, I think this is going to be your favorite way to use up that bumper crop of zucchini. So right here I have 2 fresh zucchinis, and normally when I make this pie I use slightly larger ones. So if your zucchinis are a little bit bigger, not to worry. Go ahead and use them. And I'm just gonna cut them into rounds. And you wanna slice them a little bit on the thinner side. You can see more or less how thin these are. You don't want them to be too thick. So I'm just gonna keep doing that. So if you had 3 zucchinis that are this size, you could probably put the 3rd one in. There we go. We have all our zucchini slices. I'm gonna just transfer these onto a board. And now we need to slice an onion. So I'm just gonna cut it in half and cut that top, bottom, peel off the skin. And again, just like the zucchini, you want to make fairly thin slices. There we go, something like that. That's how thin you want your onion slices. Now I'm going to transfer these onto the same board as the zucchini and set that aside. Now in a big bowl, I'm going to crack 3 eggs. 2 and 3. Now in goes a 1/4 cup of oil, 1 teaspoon of garlic powder, 1/2 teaspoon of dried oregano, 1/4 teaspoon of dry mustard, 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and about 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper, or however much you want. Alright, now I'm gonna whisk this all together till it's nice and smooth. Now I'm going to add a cup of shredded cheddar cheese, 3 tablespoons of Parmesan cheese, there we go, 1 cup of flour, and 1 teaspoon of baking powder. Now I'm going to mix that together really well until it almost forms a little bit of a batter. You're going to see it come together almost like a cobbler dough. And basically that's what this pie is. It's kind of like a savory cobbler. So once your mixture looks something like that, now you can add in the zucchini and onions. There we go. Just all of it goes in there. And now we have to mix that together so that the dough kind of evenly covers the zucchini and onions. So just kind of stir it all around. It might feel like there's not enough batter to cover everything, but there is. You just keep stirring until it all gets sort of evenly coated. Now I'm going to take this and spread it into a greased 9-inch pie plate. And all I did for that was I simply took some butter and greased the plate with that, all on the bottom and up the sides too. Of course you can also use oil or cooking spray. Now I'm just gonna sort of spread this evenly in that pie plate. And by the way, right now you'll want to be preheating your oven to 350 degrees Fahrenheit or 177 Celsius. Now don't worry if this isn't perfect, like not everything has to be perfectly coated. By the time it bakes, it all kind of takes care of itself. Just make sure that this part is nice and even. Alright, that looks good. Now I'm going to bake it for 35 to 40 minutes. And here's how it's going to look when it comes out. It should be nice and golden brown on the top. Now you could cut into it right away, but it'll be a lot better if you let it rest for about 10 minutes. So we're going to do that. Then it'll be so much nicer. So here we are. I'm just going to cut a nice slice out of here. We're just gonna serve this up like that. Look how good that looks. Yummy. Now I'm gonna just give it a little taste here.
Now I'm really confident that you are gonna adore this zucchini onion pie. As I mentioned earlier, normally I use 2 larger zucchinis than the ones I had, so if I could go back and redo this one, I probably would have used a 3rd zucchini of the size that I had. It usually has more zucchini in it, which would have made it better, but this is still really good. If you enjoyed this video, then please let me know you did so by hitting that like button. And don't forget, you can find the complete printable recipe on my website. I've linked it down in the description below.